Manifest your dreams effortlessly in 2025 using this powerful ritual. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to go through life hustling, grinding, sweating, stressing, feeling uncertainty, being overwhelmed, feeling like you have to work hard, like nothing's going in your favour, just banging on the drum all day and not really seeing results? Or would you love to be able to easily draw anything you want into your life using your feelings and using the power of your thoughts and imagination? It sounds too good to be true, but it's absolutely not. And I'm going to make it make sense in this video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the most powerful way you can do all of the things I just mentioned and have the most fun possible without even sweating, and do it naturally on autopilot. All of it, the action taking, the drawing the synchronicities closer to you, is so real, and I'm going to make it make sense. This powerful ritual is based around the law of assumption, which is Neville Goddard's technique, which says that when you assume the wish fulfilled, it has to come into your life. But I'm going to give you the science behind it and make it make sense for you, because a lot of people just think this is woo-woo stuff, and it's absolutely not. And this is how you can do it in the most fun way and easy way possible. So the law of assumption states that when you assume your wish to be true, it will come into your life. Now, how does this happen? Let me explain to you. When you impress the subconscious mind with an idea, you start to act it out without any conscious choice. And what does that mean? You be compelled into action. So you didn't even know what you're doing and why you're doing it. I've seen it time and time again. If you're constantly worrying and trying to think into this reality we've created here and just thinking how to move all this out here, all right, this is the effect. But what is the cause? This is the effect of things you've already done, everything you can see around you. But the cause is your imagination and your predominant thoughts and how you're thinking. Now, what happens is when you impress the subconscious mind with an idea, and this is where the fun starts, because you're taking action, you don't even know why. Now, let me explain. So when you're driving a car, like I would say, if you're driving a car, once you've learned to do it, you're just talking as you're driving. You don't even know why you're doing it, right? So imagine this. It's because you subconsciously know how to do it and you're just doing it on autopilot. Now, they've done studies which show the LA Lakers throwing basketball players throwing free throws, right? And what's happened is when they're doing it like that, they're the ones who've not even practiced. Some of them are visualizing doing it, and some of them are physically practicing with the ball. And the ones who visualized are the same scores as the ones who practiced when they went and actually physically did the task. They've also had humans' brains wired up to machines and had them playing the piano, and some of them visualizing playing the piano, and the ones who visualized, the same parts of the brain light up. Right, so when you go to a future event and you think you're there and you feel immersively into it, your mind can't tell the difference. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference, and you impress it upon the subconscious, and then you start taking action in your daily life, and you don't even know why you're doing it. It's natural and it's so powerful. Imagine that theory. Does that feel good to you? Because that is God feeling. Good feeling is God feeling. You know, the stuff that makes you smile, and when you look and you smile, that's really you. And if this resonates with you and it's landed for you, it's so true. What feels better to you? Good feeling is God feeling. Stress and anxiety makes the body go unwell and it shuts down. It releases cortisol. Things stop working in homeostasis. The organs don't communicate well with each other. The body goes out of whack when you're worried. Why is that? You're not supposed to be living in worry. We're supposed to be expansive and effortless and manifestation with the creative skills as God. The same creative skills that God gave us on this planet. And I don't mean wearing sandals and all that type of God. I'm on about whatever it is for you. The universe, if you're watching this far, you believe in something greater than us. And it's so true. It's so powerful. Now, what you've got to do is change your consciousness. And this is how it happens, right? And I've seen this to be true in my life. You've got to assume the feeling that everything is working out for you, that everything is done. But like I always say, it takes time. There's a delay period. Whatever you brought into your life right now, you imagined it all at some point. Whatever job you're in, you imagined going and getting that job. Whatever you did, you had to imagine it, and then you had to take steps to bring it into your physical reality. And it's the same with this. When you impress the subconscious mind, it will start taking these steps for you. Right, now how do you do it? To really impress it, you've got to use the senses, right? You've got to use your senses in your imagination and act like you're really there. Right, so for instance, if you want to go on a holiday somewhere, if you want to go to Barbados on holiday, right, and you're there, you want to be in this meditation, you're feeling it, right? You want to look at pictures, what it's going to look like, get really specific on it. Look at pictures of it first. What are you going to smell? Some Hawaiian tropic rubbing on your skin when you're there. You're drinking your favourite drink, it's pina colada. You can really feel it, you're there. You can feel the trade winds blowing across you while you're sunbathing with your missus, whatever you're doing. You're there chilling, right? You're really feeling it. Feel these emotions now. Put your hand on your heart. How good is it going to feel? Right, and you've got to do this daily. Now, this is the ritual. When you wake up in the morning, get very specific on what you want. If you walk up into Starbucks and say, I want a drink, right? You might get anything, right? You might get anything. People say, I want more money. That could be 25 pence. Get very specific on the amount you want to receive, right? If you want to receive 10 grand, go to sleep in the feeling you will receive 10 grand, because your mind is in an impressionable theta state, the same sort of brainwave state that you were when you were like 4 to 7 years old as a child, right? And it's highly impressionable when you're nodding off to sleep, and it's called the drift. So when you go into the drift, you really want to be visualizing and feeling what it's going to feel like. Feel the celebration. You want to do this for half an hour before you go to sleep. Feel the emotions of this. What's it going to feel like when you've got that money? And you've got to create a scene. So imagine going to spend it. Who are you going to give? You're going to help your mother? You're going to go and help your dad? You're going to give them a grand so they can go on holiday? You're going to go and help somebody close to you? What are you going to do with this money? And go and play out that scene in your head. Run through it in your head. Imagine sharing with a friend and going, let's go here, I'm taking you for dinner. Something like that. Feel the emotions of what that's going to, how good that's going to feel. Your subconscious mind doesn't know any different. When you repeat it, people don't stay on point with this, right? And they just fall off because they lose faith and they don't believe it works. And this is the ultimate, it's the biggest stumbling point of man. It's the biggest stumbling block for people is faith, right? And you've got to trust and hold the faith. The ritual is, you want to be doing this as soon as you wake up in the morning, right? Because you're asleep for a large portion of your life. And when you go to sleep, the only way you control it is how you go into the drift. Right, so if you're going to sleep worrying about bills and you're going to bed worrying about your problems, you're going to wake up manifesting more of your problems, taking action the next day that represents what you've been thinking about and pertains to what you've been thinking about the night before. Right, so wake up in the morning. How's it going to feel? Make some scenes of you getting this thing. If you want to leave your 9 to 5, make a scene where that feeling, when you know that day when you had a day off, right, and you sat in your house, you took a day off, you're chilling, and you're just watching whatever it is, you're watching something on telly, I don't know, Cash in the Attic, hopefully not, but whatever it is for you, right, you're watching that program, you're feeding it, you're loving it, you know you love having a day off, and you're like, I'm going to go to the sauna today. You shouldn't if you're ill, of course you should, right, but if you called in sick and you're going to go to the sauna, whatever you're going to do, right, say, you know that lush feeling of being off, and you really enjoy it, you really love being off, right, you want to imagine doing that every day, and you want to imagine, I'm shivering myself now, you want to imagine high-fiving your boss, all right, or whatever, right? You want to imagine with your boss saying goodbye and saying to people, I'm not coming back, it's my last day today, you're all finished, right? It's your last day, you've got your holiday pay or whatever coming in, you've left your 9 to 5, right? And you're starting your own business, whatever it is, you've got to feel those feelings of what it's going to feel like, celebrate, and you want to make a short scene and loop that over and over again and keep playing it and get really used to it. When you impress that on your subconscious, you will start taking action, you don't even know why. And on a more cosmic level, when you really open this up, synchronicity is going to drop into your lap and you're not even going to believe it. The right people are going to come into your life, right? Situations you never even imagined. Doors are just going to open for you to unlock this. It has to happen that way. It's the law of assumption, and it's the law. It's working for you right now. You assume your life to be the way it is now, and you assume if you assume you can't change it using your mind, your thoughts, you absolutely can, right? Because everything is, your imagination is giving you everything you ask for, but just probably imagining worry and stress and not what you want, right? You're imagining going into work and the problems it's going to cause. Pull away from that. What's the total opposite of whatever's giving you stress? Because whatever it is, whenever you create a feeling, you automatically create an opposite feeling. Because life is about duality, right? It's about hot, cold, up, down, happy, sad. You can't have one without the other. So if you're stuck in work right now and you really hate your 9 to 5 and you're not happy with your co-workers and you really don't want to be there, there's a reality for you that exists with total freedom, total time freedom, total abundance, doing what you want, when you want, on your terms. Helping people, serving a purpose, doing in your passion, really loving it, feel that, feel so good to think about it. Put your left hand on your heart, put your right hand over your left, when you wake up in the morning and think, and feel it, feel into it, say, yes, I'm high-fiving my boss, I'm feeling it, right? And you've got to stick with this. You do this day to night for 30 days and see if things don't change. See if you don't start to act differently. Write it down. I am so happy and grateful now that I've left my 9 to 5. I had such a good feeling when I was saying goodbye to my co-workers. I'm so happy I never have to go to that place again. And feel the emotion and hold it. You've got to hold it, right? You want to do at least a minute, right? You want to do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sit in a meditation. Perform a visualization meditation every morning and every night on this thing. Think about it. Really get into it. Use all your emotion because your heart is thousands of times more powerful than the head, right? So the head is just supposed to invoke the thought that creates the feeling. It's the same as affirmations where people are going, I'm rich, into the mirror, I am rich, I'm a millionaire, and then they don't really believe in it. They're trying it and it feels actually icky. And what's that doing is just creating nothing for the subconscious. It's just confirming to the subconscious you don't have it. What you're supposed to do is, you're meant to think, how will I feel when I'm rich? And then and that evokes the feeling. You've got to send it with your heart. Imagine that you are communicating with the universe with your heart. Stay in high gratitude as well. Here's a hack for you. Stay in high gratitude for what you do have now. Because if you're going, I'll be happy when I get to this 9 to 5, it's not that. Right, I'll be happy when I leave this job. It's not that. That is lack mentality. I'll be happy when. You've got to be totally content now. Just with a glass of water. Just with this lovely little glass of pomegranate juice. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Just this luxury cocoa skin cream, right? Anything. The heating controls. Look at that. Did you last time you went to the toilet? Sanitation. You get to flush the toilet, gets taken out your house, toilet papers, everything you do. Gratitude is a high frequency, is a very high frequency to be in. And it will attract more to you when you show the universe that I am abundant, I am receiving, you always are. A lot of people are taking it for granted. Receivership is a vibration. If you actually practice gratitude for 15 minutes a day, it increases after 3 days, it increases the immunoglobulins in your blood by 50%. That's your immune system. It's like a natural flu injection, right? Not to say flu injection, it's your natural defense mechanism. Right, so stay in gratitude for the thing happened. Yes, I left my 9 to 5. Thank you. I'm so grateful for all these opportunities and synchronicities that are showing up right now for me. And that is your action steps, and it really works. And I dare you to try this. And you know what? It feels great. You're in a feeling emotion. Emotion, energy in motion. Where focus goes, energy flows. Put your energy on what you want. Everyone's out here thinking what they don't want. Trust me, it works. I've done things I could never thought possible. I was in a job I hated. I managed to go to the top of my industry super fast by investing in myself. 10 years ago, as soon as I started using these techniques, I shot to the top. I felt what it would be like. I used to look at the office. It was freezing cold. I worked in the Shetland Island, ice cold. And I'd look at the office. You're there, you've got 2 balaclavas on as a scaffolder. And I'd see people going with cozy fleeces and shirts and ties. I thought, well, that could be me. How do I get in there? What am I going to do to get in there? And I started feeling the feeling of being sat in the office behind that warm radiator, having my own laptop and going and doing what I want. And sure enough, I did it. I started taking action. I didn't even think I could. Everyone thought I was thick. I started smashing out high-level exams to smash to get myself into a top place in health and safety. Music. Everybody laughed in my face when I started doing music. There was no such thing as Eminem. I got 10 million streams because I believed in myself and I felt how good it was going to feel when I was up on stage. I used to perform to 2 people. Then I performed to 10,000 people at a festival. I managed to play in countries all over the world because I just believed in myself and I felt what it was going to feel like, and I kept attaching to that feeling. The feeling is the secret. So assume the wish fulfilled and it will be yours. And I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you if you watched this far. Please press notification for the notifications. Press your bell notification and subscribe. Obviously, like and leave a comment. If you are trying to manifest something right now, or you want to ask a question, leave it down below in the comments. Also, in the description section, you can join my free manifestation event if you want, but I'm going to really go in on these topics. And I really help to inspire a lot of people through this process, hundreds of people that I've helped that I work with as well. And just for turning up at that event, I'll give you a course worth £999 on manifestation. A brand new course I've created, a short mini course, which can really help you to skyrocket things if you don't really know where you're going with this, just for showing up to my event. So you get a free Zoom call, a free course worth £1,000, and you get to catch a rocket in 2025 with me. I'd love to spend time with you. There's a simple form for you to fill in down below if you want to join, and you can follow on my socials as well. Have a wonderful evening. You can absolutely do this. What's it going to feel like when you've won? Feel the relief now because you are a winner and you're going to win. You're going to smash this, and I'm your biggest fan. Have a good evening. Big love.